Over there!
We can't let him get away!
Too late, fool! You will not escape! Us? What in the name of... Gary?
I'm sorry, okay? I hadn't prepped this part of the dungeon yet. I haven't had the time.
But you don't suffer from this, do you? For more than 2 years, you've helped us to enhance our tools, grow our map libraries, and given us a warm welcome in the community of map makers and game masters. We are honored to be part of this community, and all we can say is thank you.
Bring it on.
Hello and good evening, everyone. It's Tuesday again, and that means it's another community stream from DGNFOG. My name is Till, and I'm here to talk to you about what has been happening here at DGNFOG, what have we been doing in the past week, what is coming up in this week, and here and there we're also using this occasion to do something special, like for example today, where we are going to celebrate the winner of the community map battle that took place in the previous month. And we have asked the community to participate in the challenge and to vote on the winners. So the winners are here now. Hi, Lord God. And, well, it's time to tell you who is going to, well, at least have the right to challenge the acting champion of the latest Map Battle Madness, the Fogmaster, myself. And well, yeah, so this is what we're going to do today. So A, we're going to look a little bit at what is going on in the DGNFOG sphere, and B, we are also going to celebrate the amazing maps that have been submitted, and we're going to announce the winner. So let me quickly do something that I forgot. There you go. Now I have posted something on Discord, which means that people know that we are live. And as always, if you have any questions, if you have any remarks, if you want to know something, just type your question in the chat and I will hopefully catch it and answer it. Okay, by the way, talking about chat, I'm not seeing my chat window. Now I'm seeing my chat window. And let me just quickly adjust my screens. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so first of all, where did I get the hat? This one, oh wait, was it? Well, my DGNFOG hat is currently in the washing machine, and this is a very comfy Vox Machina hat that I got from, I think, backing their Kickstarter campaign for the Legend of Vox Machina TV show that they're producing, the animated series. And a couple of months ago, probably not weeks ago, I finally received my backer rewards for that. And that was beautiful dice, and this hat, a lot of stickers, and some other stuff. So yeah, it's amazing. It's really comfy. It looks great. And also, I haven't encountered this yet, but I am wearing it whenever I walk the dog because I hope that at some point someone comes and says, "You're watching that too," and then we can take the dog walk together and just nerd talk all around about Crit Roll. Well, hasn't happened yet. But I'm still waiting for it to happen. Yeah, the random critter encounter. So let's do a quick summary of what is going on here at DGNFOG. Well, first of all, a quick reminder: if you don't know there is a Mapvember event going on. I have seen a few people already participate in that. If you go to DGNFOG.com/ I think it's Mapvember21. Let me show you. Now I wish that was the button. Right, okay. So if you go to Mapvember or to our website, you can also find the link there. This is our Mapvember page. It is a co-production with John Fore from roleplayingtips.com and his amazing concept about 5-room dungeons. So thank you again very much to John, who helped us create all those amazing prompts. It is for every day we're giving you prompts to inspire you to create a dungeon. I hope they are inspiring. And we're currently in slide 4 of 6, so which talks about tricks and setbacks. Tricks and setbacks are a great way to challenge players in your party who are not so much into role-playing or maybe not so much into combat, but who are more like problem solvers or who like puzzles. And you can, and also, by the way, and it was also a great way to play to break player expectation. Like they have been through social encounters, they have been through combat, they have been through puzzles. They believe that they know what is going on in your dungeon. So there are great ways to suddenly turn the table, flip their expectations, and make them kind of be awake again at your table. If you're looking for the other ones, which I noticed today, by the way, thanks to Bodhi and Thomas, they have updated this page, so now you can see the whole slides here. You can browse all the other ones that have been published, and as you can see, 5 and 6 are going to be released fairly soon. So at the end of November, you have all those prompts, and if you take a lunch break every day, look at a few of those prompts and do your mapping or do your concept, you are going to have an amazing 5-room dungeon inspired by the 5-room dungeon concept from John Fore. That was that, right? So check it out. Let me quickly post the link for you in chat. There you go. Oh, I pushed a button. What did I do? I don't know. I kind of probably made my, I made my chat full screen. Give me a second. I don't know why I'm breaking my layout all the time today. Oh, come on. Move over here. There you go. Okay. So following this link that I've just posted in chat, you can find the Mapvember. The next thing that happened was quite exciting for us. That was, well, I think it was probably the most thrilling part of last week, and it was our switch from the old asset management system that we have been using before to the new, which we are calling the FOGMS, so the asset content management system. And we made that switch on Wednesday last week, and you can imagine if something would have broken there, it would have meant that no maps would load with assets. You couldn't request any assets. And we were quite excited for the switch, but it worked almost flawless. We discovered, actually, due to the fact that assets load so much faster now, we actually discovered a few bugs that we've completely missed before, that were kind of becoming obvious because assets were loading faster than some of our parts in the code were kind of designed to react to. So we fixed that, and we are still in the process of fine-tuning things here and there. But generally speaking, the switch was without any major issues. It works really nice. We have confirmation from a lot of community members who said that they now have a much faster connection and that assets are loading in an absolute speed that was not there before. So I'm really happy with that. It also means that by tomorrow we are starting to bring external artists in to create their asset packs. And I assume that next week, Tuesday, I will most likely already announce the launch of the marketplace, because the marketplace currently is in beta. And with next week, we will most likely launch the marketplace in full scope with a few surprises, because there were some very interesting and very amazing artists who reached out to us. And yeah, we will see who's going to be there next week and who's going to join us over the course of the next few months. Hey Pixie, yes, the new software that we're working on is Project Deus. That is the map making software that runs on your desktop, so it's a desktop application. And I saw a new development build today. I'm quite happy with it. We had a few tweaks and adjustments. The only thing, unfortunately, that is still in production and wasn't ready for testing yet was the blueprints feature. So until that isn't implemented and tested, we are not going to release the new patch. But my dev team promised me that they are going to be finished with it within the next couple of days. Not this week, but most likely the start to mid of next week. And again, then there's a testing phase, and then we're going to release it to you. Hello everyone who just recently joined. So train of thoughts, where was I? I was talking about the FogMS, right? The FogMS has been released. Check. And Marketplace is internal testing, and tomorrow we're starting artist testing. So that one is going to come fairly soon. Andy is already back on the paths tool. So we're already working on the paths tool. We're continuing development there. So that is on track too. And Deus next patch is already in production. And as I just said before, it is not going to be, it's not hitting the auto updater this week, but I'm fairly certain that it might hit it next week. So keep an eye out for the announcements. Now, lastly, before we switch over to the award ceremony of the community map battle, there is an announcement. By the end of October, we, DGNFOG, have turned 3 years old, and we are celebrating this on Thursday. So this Thursday at 7:30 p.m. UTC, we are not running Welcome to the Madness. We're not doing a map making stream, but instead we are having a little anniversary celebration, and I really invite you to be there, because not only are we going to have a few guests from our development team, so Andy's going to be there talking about his battle map development, Bodhi's going to be there talking about designs and things to come in the next couple of months. Nikita is going to be there to answer your questions in regards to Deus development and to talk about the Deus progress. I'm going to be there, and the whole show will be moderated by our dear friend Guys Clanders from How to Be a Great GM. On top of that, we have a little thank you gift to the community that we're going to reveal this Thursday. So there's also something that you can get from us. And we are going to also use the opportunity to raffle off a few things in the stream. So if you are looking for a Christmas gift, or if you are just really looking for something for yourself, then this would also be a great place to hang around. Thursday, 7:30 p.m. UTC at twitch.dungeonfog, Twitch DGNFOG, or YouTube DGNFOG channel. I think it's going to be a very fun show. By the way, I forgot, Tony, our artist, is going to be there as well. So it's going to be a fun show. I hope you're going to enjoy it, but it's getting more and more fun the more people show up. So I highly recommend you to be there. and I'm looking forward to see all of you this Thursday. So, I think that's it from the Dungeon Fog side, unless you have some Dungeon Fog questions, but we can answer them at the end as well. Let me quickly check if there is something. Right. So, for those of you who remember, we had an epic clash between two map makers, which was Guy and myself fighting over the title of who is the map making champion of 2021. As you, the community, have called it, the Fog Master. And thanks to you and your amazing support, I became the Fog Master. So I am the acting champion of the map battle that took place. But we've launched a community challenge where you as the community were invited to do the same challenges that we did in the map battle, and where that's too early, let's stick here for a second, and where you had 3 hours to create the same map under the same preferences that we had. And we've checked the submissions. Everyone who submitted actually did it within 3 hours, which is quite amazing. And then we asked the community to vote on the submitted maps. Now, there wasn't as many maps as I hoped to see, but I can assume that a lot of people were like, I'm not sure if I can do it in 3 hours. And also, one of the rewards for becoming the winner of this Community Battle Madness was that the winner of this community challenge has permission to challenge the acting champion. So whoever is winning the gold medal today, I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to ask you, do you really want to do that, or would you like to waive your challenge? But if you are the winner and I'm contacting you and you say, oh yeah, Till, bring it on, I'm challenging you, then you are going to compete against me next year in 2022. It's going to be somewhere in the first quarter, I assume. You're going to challenge me for the new title of the oh my god, why did we come up with such a complex title? It is the Map Battle Madness Champion, the Fog Master, so you could become the new one. If you wave, that's totally fine. Then we go down to the silver winner and we're asking the silver winner if he or she wants to take that challenge, and so on and so forth. And if everyone waves and everyone's like, oh no, I don't want to be on a stream, I don't like the idea, then I'm pretty sure Guy is, so I already know that Guy is waiting for a rematch, and then we will have a rematch with Guy next year. Okay, so, I see your questions, and I will answer them after this, because now we are actually talking about the winners. So, let's start with the first category, and the first category was the honorary mention, which goes to the Mitridas Island by, Jesus Christ, by Goo 8970. It is, I think it's a beautiful map. I personally would have worked with the textures of the temple itself, and I probably would have added a little more edgy edges to the dungeon level, but it was ticking all the boxes on the challenge, and I think it was a great map. I really like the idea of either it's a giant sea turtle that is there diving into the waves, or it could be a regular sized sea turtle, which would then explain why this is the island of the tiny folk. I don't know. We might find out. Or never. This map is available as all the other maps in the public library, so you can check it out there. I think it was an amazing map, so we gave it our honorary mention. And we are moving forward to the bronze map. The bronze map was the desert island by Law 2900. I know who you are. I'm not sure if you want to be named publicly here, but I was very happy to see you take part in this challenge. So thank you very much. And I think it's also a very nice map in terms of the way that this central temple area is built, where you have the shrine and all those broken benches, so something has raided this place. I would have wished for a bit more textures and probably a better explanation of where exactly the tiny folk are, but I think nonetheless it is a very nice map. Followed by the silver medal. That goes to the Scale Tail Atoll by NBR 3003. And this now we can see how things are getting really ramped up in terms of details. It's a very lovely detail to the cliff, to the atoll itself on the top, with a lot of textures and a lot of brushes. And sorry, my daughter is here. Give me a second. Oh. Darf ich es herzeigen? She just showed me a picture that she drew. This is amazing. Sehr schön. Danke. All the artists are around here today. So the way that this cliff collapses, or that the ground floor collapses into the lower levels, I think looks amazing. Maybe a little bit more work with the lighting on the surface area would have been interesting, but from my perspective, I think this is quite an amazing map. And with the small tents and the small boats, it's obvious that there are tiny folk camping here, living here. And then we have the temple areas, which are beautifully decorated and well lit. And the only question I was not able to pull from the map itself was, where's that scorpion layer? Because it's a separate level. It's the lowest level. Where is it actually located? I think oh, you're not seeing my mouse cursor. But I think there is an exit that kind of goes downstairs. I think that probably leads into the scorpion layer. Well, and since we now know that this is the silver medal, there is only one medal left to be awarded. And I know that the person is probably already knowing who it's going to be in the chat. Drum roll. But amazing work, like really, really amazing work. I think Guy will be so proud of you. Lord God wins the gold medal for his absolutely beautiful, stunning texture work. It is, I think you actually used brushes to create shadow effects in addition to lighting. So this is brilliant, and I know that Guy, who loves water effects, would be amazed. Just to clarify, we did have an internal vote as our staff team on those maps, but it just counted towards the total count of votes that each map received. So the community voted those. It's not my personal vote, and it's not the DGNFOG team that exclusively voted those maps, but this is also the ranking that the community gave. And so, congratulations, Lord God. Now that you are in chat, await a little PM from me, and I'm going to challenge you, or you're going to challenge me, that's up to you, for the next Map Battle Madness that we are going to do next year, and you would qualify for being the next contestant in this game. Now, you don't have to answer right now. Have a thought about that. We can chat in the next couple of days, and we can talk about the details. But I think I wouldn't be too sad if you would wave, because man, that could be quite a challenge against you. That's an amazing map. It's really brilliant. Congratulations again from my side. Tomorrow we are going to hand out those badges that you can see here. They are going to be bound to the account, to the winner's account. So you are going to have your gold medal in your account, as do all the other winners. And we are going to build a little celebration page for you where we are sharing all those maps with the community in the proper ranking. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm really curious to hear what the contestants thought about the challenge itself. I can't wait to chat with you, Lord God, about that. And I hope that next time we will get probably a few more submissions so that it is getting even more exciting to judge them and to have community votes on them. Right. Okay. So let's go back to this screen here for now, because I know that there have been, while we were doing this, there have been some questions that want to be answered. Excuse me. Okay. I'm going to butcher your name, I'm sorry. Debuyaru asks, will we have black and white version of icons in Days so we can create more like hand-drawn maps? The answer is yes. There is already, in the current prototype, there is a little experimental mode built in that turns off color for your assets. But it's not working perfectly because we need to have a little masking mechanism in there before it really starts to shine. If you want to see Guy and myself playing around with it, go to our YouTube channel. There are it's called Mapping It Out, our monthly Deus development stream. And in the last one from the end of October, we're already in November. From the end of October, there you saw how we were playing around with that feature. Was there another question? I felt like there was another one. Will Deus have random terrain generator just like Wonderdraft has? Most likely yes, but we do not know what technology we're going to use for it. So there is going to be a next Mapping It Out, where if you bring up that question, we can talk about that in more details. The short story is we are reworking we're going to start reworking our landmass generation, drawing design, the way that the landmasses look when you draw them. We're going to rework that in our next big sprint. Because we're not happy with the way that they look. They don't look organic enough. And we have found a quite interesting concept paper on how to do that, and we're going to prototype that. And if that works, then it is basically also a free pass on land generation. So ideally, we are going to have that. I'm not sure if we're going to have it by the end of our first pass world map design tools, which should end somewhere around Q1 next year, or if that is something that we're doing on the polish phase after we've finished city map making and solar map making. But I think the broad answer is yes, and it's going to be either a system that is more oriented on tectonical behavior, or it is more oriented, I think that's what Wonderdraft is doing, on a noise-based randomizer. Okay, there's a question. When is the next stream that is all about Deus? Mapping it out takes place always at the last Tuesday of a month. So, because I'm terrible at that, let me quickly bring up my calendar. That would actually be the 30th. So November the 30th, in 2 weeks, Tuesday, there is going to be our next mapping it out, where Guy and I are reviewing the latest patch, the latest build, and we are talking about the roadmaps, what's coming up, what were the challenges, and stuff like that. Okay. So question number 1, black and white, answered. Yes, there's going to be a quite clever system. The system right now is not perfect, but there is going to be a clever system. And random terrain generator is planned, and we just need to first figure out what kind of technology we are going to use for that. Right. I think that's it from my side. I think I've covered everything. Keep in mind that there is going to be a big show on Thursday. It's our 3rd year anniversary, and prepare yourself for some surprises. I hope you're going to like them. If you have any more questions, it's time to ask them now, because otherwise I will end the stream soon and I will. The dog's really nice today. He's behaving quite good. He's well asleep, but I had a long walk with him today. But I will probably go and play outside with him a little bit more, so me and my wife can later watch a TV show. Can't wait till Thursday. Thanks, Till, says Lord God. Well, thank you very much. And again, congratulations to you for winning the contest. And thank you everyone for attending tonight. And with no further ado, if there are no more... Oh, there is a question. No, thanks for being with us. Yeah, go to Discord. Oh, there is another question from Pixie. I think it's going to be my final question for tonight. When is the date for Deus to go live? We don't really have a final release date yet. We know that it's going to be somewhere around the end of 2022, but there are going to be like several important rollouts. So for the end of Q1 next year, so somewhere around probably March to April, we hopefully will have finished our first pass on world map editing. So that is going to be an interesting date, because then the world map editing tools should be finished. Or at least finished to an extent where you can really create a full world map with all the tools like rivers, props, text labels, water bodies, biomes, if not all biomes, then the essential biomes in the first pass. So all of that should be finished by the end of Q1. But that doesn't mean that Deus, the software, is finished and is ready to go live. No, that would just mark the end of our Alpha 1 stage, because Alpha 2 is then all about city map making and solar maps, and that is planned for another 6 months. So after that, we are basically, the only thing that doesn't need a lot of development time and testing is plugging in the editor, the battle map level. So that one is hopefully by the end of our Alpha 2 phase is then ready to be plugged in as well, which means that then we are going into beta testing, and based on your feedback, based on the bugs, based on whatever we get from you, that beta phase can take a few months, up to 6 months, until we feel like the software is really ready to be pushed out as a release build and not as a beta build or as a alpha build as it is right now. Okay, guys, then thank you very much. Have a great evening, have a great morning, afternoon, wherever you are. And I hope to see you all on Thursday for our big show. And until then, as always, happy map making. Bye.